The battle for the top of the pool is about to take place, boys and girls, ladies and germs, and everything in between. Welcome back to CWL Fort Worth. My name is Miles. Joining me is, of course, Momo, and now we have Luminosity going up against Splyce for the top spot in their pool. This is going to be a blast, we can assure you, of course, if you just joined us. I think, let's face it, Optic Gaming was everything we hoped for and more. But we ain't never done yet. We've got this one. We've got one more series after this. And then as we can call CWL Fort Worth Friday a day. How you doing, Momo? I saw you just run from the desk straight here. How are your legs?
I took a pit stop in the green room, got myself a drink. I'm ready to go. But Luminosity, we actually just cast these on Bravo. These guys came out with a hot 3-0 over midnight. Splyce, on the other hand, you know, they've been pushed to game 5s. These guys are going up against players in an organization they are very, very familiar with. I think this is going to be an absolute blast to cast over here for you guys at home as well. The one European on the stage, that is Jerd here, representing Splyce, of course. However, coming into this Splyce, you know, they had a very, very strong pro league. It started to take a little dip, of course, towards the end. Luminosity was kind of the opposite. These guys started to kind of come up on the rise, but going head to head, it's most certainly going to be an interesting game. We're going to kick things off on Arsenal, potentially close things out on Payload, but in the middle, Frequency, Arsenal, and Hacienda. I have a feeling we could be seeing all 5 maps.
It's very, very possible. I mean, let's face it. The first map is going to be an interesting one for me because, you know, both Splyce are sitting at 5-1 in their respawns. Luminosity at 4-1 in their respawns as well. So, I mean, these are two teams who are clearly winning most of their games. You know, they're both top of the pool. Things are looking great for them so far. The most interesting matchup for me, though, is going to be that control matchup. LG are 8-1 in control since the beginning of the Pro League, which according to JP is the very best so far in the entire league. That to me spells things are going to be very, very exciting later on. Either way, here we go, straight into that first Hardpoint. Luminosity up against Splyce, off to a good start for the boys of LG.
And Classic is back with the ABR. We'd love to see it, something new, something fresh, and he's making use of it, taking out Looney already as John and Slack get into the mix, and this is where we're going to see that offense. Luminosity here trying to get control off the middle ground. Doing so well so far. Of course, last time we saw him with this ABR, it was on C-side control, but he kind of opts to start with it. He'll then change over to the Maddox when it's a little bit kind of more versatile, if you like. Temp and Aqua getting into the mix, and they are going to retake over this middle. Yeah,
we'll see if this is a continual staple for Classic. 20 seconds left for the first half point. Luminosity with the majority of the points so far, but that's bound to change. Here we go to the next rotation. Slacked in position. He's got 3 members of Splyce on the way around. Now, again, we talked enough about Splyce. Their early dominance of the game, their great performances in Vegas. Pro League ups and downs. Can they level out? Can they find that equilibrium here in Fort Worth? John's going to get the first ticks of the hard point, but at the same time, we have that one gunfight from Splyce now. 25 points climbing as they win the rotation. Looney trying to get what he done at the back. Gets one. Next player's coming in. Aqua's there to fall. Formal can't make anything happen here on the outside. So once again, Splyce hold on. Splyce get the opening kills. Splyce get the time. 45 seconds left here on the clock. And so far, so good for Splyce.
Yeah, these kills are, you know, getting drained. You look at the kill feed, it didn't really tell the story here because, again, those kills are so important of where they're happening on the map. Splyce spawning in the back, can keep getting in, but Gunless and Formal have other ideas now, breaking from the front. Tempted Slack getting into the mix, but with 25 seconds left, you still wanted to fight over this. And this is a brilliant break here for Luminosity. You're going to start to see those yellow arrows maybe pass on by. Go to that next hardpoint, number 8 and 7. That's going to be Accuracy and Looney are going to spawn out. They're going to give it up. They're going to say, we're not feeding any streaks. But Aqua still causing trouble in the kitchen here. Jerd's going to miss out on that one, and Gunless is going to take it from him.
Yeah, they're feeding absolutely nothing. Gunless, though, currently sitting at 9 and 3. Gunless has had a stellar event so far. I mean, he is absolutely destroying every single team he has come across. He played exceptionally well against Midnight. And so far, so good here against Splyce. Splyce with the lead, but only for the time being. Shots are out. Gunless gets it done. Continuing this push forward. Splyce still with a hard point. Formal making his way through lobby. Now Gunless hitting the rear. Can he time this well with Classic? Classic up and over. ABR out. You can hear those bursts ringing. He's still using it. Jerd, can he find any more than Classic? He can, with a little bit of help from Accuracy. Temp's finding one as well. Gunless has got to back down now. 35 seconds left. Splyce have actually to hold on to this, but you see the spawns from the members of LG now, top of the map. Formal's going to ping in that lightning strike. Try and clear the field. Let Gunless get something out of this one. One kill is all it's going to take. Can Gunless find something on the hot point?
Oh, I love that from Accuracy as well. The lightning strike came in, he dipped off the map, came back in, got another kill. He does go down to Classic's ABR once again, and I can see why he's using it on a long range, kind of, you know, down this long line of sight, if you like. It can prevail, but you get up close and personal, that's where you're going to get punished here. Accuracy using that ICR as well, and 4 seconds left. The rotation will be going down here. Splyce 97, Luminosity 46.
Splyce just tend to be one step ahead every single time. Take the rotation, Luminosity for Splyce, win those opening kills, they get that time, and they're doing the same thing now. Still holding on. Slow and steady push now from LG. It's a bit of a trickle. Temp and Looney going to pick up one each. Here comes Jerd on the flank. He's got two lined up in his sights. He's going to get one. He's going to get another. Here comes the play from Jerd. Slack goes down. Has he got any more left in him? Jerd with the hip fire. He keeps it going. That's his 6th kill in a row. 12 and 6 for the Irishman.
And just putting it down here. Still alive. He's 55 away. He just needs to keep on this hardpoint for a couple more seconds potentially. Will he get this? That's the question. There's another 15 taken off. 1 kill will do it. He's looking to bait out Aqua. He's going to send him out, and he's going to get rewarded. 40 off the Hellstorm as well. And we know how crucial these streaks can be on this map mode in particular. He's found himself an ABR. Why not? Mr. Do It All. Jerd finds the Hellstorm. Finally gets taken down. But at this very point, we're looking at Splyce at like 80 points ahead. Yeah,
strong start from Splyce. Strong hold on there. And again, Jerd with the streaks, 14-7, finishing that one off. Looney, 11-9. I mean, this is huge work from them. The only player on the other side of the board who's even keeping it together is Gunners at 14-7. Aqua on your screen. Big shots. Jerd's getting the lightning strike done outside. 50 seconds down left on this hard point. And again, it's very much Splyce in control. Spawns now to the left-hand side of the map for LG as they make their way in. Got to punch through that doorway. They can make their way through food here, or they can make their way through that small door. That accuracy's got his line of sight on, but Formal with that ICR just a little too strong. Is that enough to buy some time? Buy the opening they need? Looney says nay. He gets one. Jerd finds nothing on the outside of the map, and Formal now trying to punch on through with that ICR at close range. Can he make something happen? He goes for the Maddox. He's now in there. But Temp with 3 from the War Machine. You can see the hard point for only a few seconds, and just like that, they take it straight back. Yeah, and I tell you what, it's a big 3 from Temp, a 6-kill streak for him, maybe working towards a Lightning and a Hellstorm himself. Of course, Jerd has invested 1, still has 1 in the bank to use. He's going to maybe save that a little bit, but a 100-point lead here. Looney doing some big stuff as well for the objective, 40 points for him. But a 6-kill streak for Temp, still going, maybe looking to bait out, and I will say the bait and switch for Splyce has been sublime so far. Temp needs to utilize his teammates, but they all start to fall. Looney, Aqua, Jerd, and maybe a Cluster's the one to save the day. He isn't going to find the kill, and he isn't going to find the streaks. Temp will unfortunately fall. Gunless still providing that pressure there in the hard point. And the pleasure, why not? Here we go, slacked on your screen. 35 seconds left here on that first hard point. Tempest is up for Formal now. They're investing the streaks, investing the specialist, as they try and get into this. Can LG find something? Looney gets dropped, but again, still, you got to keep him out for longer than that. 20 seconds now left on the hard point. Luminosity possible now to break over that 200-point mark. Looney goes down again. Formal, playing with his food. We like to see it. Still, the rotation is going to go the way of Splyce for the time being. Slack can't get it done on the turn. That is once again Splyce in control of the next set of rotations, in control of the game at 177 to the 103 of Luminosity. And Momo, I mean, what do you do at this point if you're LG? You're making the rotations work. You're just losing out.
Yeah, you can see Formal 14 and 10, Gunless 23 and 12. Great stuff. But on the flip side of things, Slacked and John not having the best of maps so far. Of course, picking up those kills is crucial. And right now, players like Jerd are shutting them down. Those close-range battles are being won by Splyce here. However, Formal finds a double with the ICR. Classic. He's put that ABR away, and that Maddox is doing damage here. So the 100 points now down to just around 55. You know, Luminosity are closing the gap. See the positive within this and start to build upon it. The streaks are gone from Splyce. The specialists are gone from Splyce as well. Luminosity trying to get back into this and trying to make it a game.
Great bit of cooperation there and coercion from Splyce. They managed to punch on through, getting these players off the top spots. 15 seconds left the hard point time, and you can see LG just letting that one go, getting ready for the next one. Here comes the final 10. Splyce could potentially let this go, but again, the final 10 points are going to put them close to 200. Classic got his work cut out for him. Temp manages to take care of Looney, bit of friendly fire. No more to be found there as Classic gets dropped. Here comes the push.
And that's a perfect example against Splyce just pushing. We see Temp take Looney down, but again, they push at the right time. They make that bait and switch, but they make it without losing one player. Sometimes you're going to lose one to break on in, but Splyce didn't need it for there. However, they are not in control of the hard point. Luminosity have that rotation. Accuracy firing from behind. John's going to be taken down. I believe only had a Maddox in his hand there. But Gunless, can he bite back? Splyce coming in from both angles. Formal dealing with Looney and Temp as well. And Splyce, they're struggling here, but they are going to break through finally. It's going to be Jerd, the only one on the hard point. 3 players coming from behind to help him out. But with 30 seconds left, Contestion comes in and still a 50-point lead.
Oh, this is dangerous time now for Splyce. I mean, another 20 points on the board. That's going to put him even closer. And you can see Jerd leading the charge, 24 and 17. He has been outstanding. John trying to make something happen here on Looney. But again, the pinch comes in. The teamwork from Splyce just covering each other so well. Aqua on the other side of the map gets cut down. No one in any position to make that next one work. Luminosity in control again. But Splyce on that retake, here they come, Temping up over the top. Window is not a safe place anymore as Classic finds that cluster. 231, the hard points flipped, and now it's LG's.
LG They have a nice setup here, but looking to break on in. Grab Slam's gonna find one, maybe could have found two there. Unfortunate for Splyce, but Jerd coming in from the rear, and the contestant is gonna find himself a little bit in a sticky situation there. Accuracy will fall down, but Luminosity holding on to it. Splyce, they're only 20 points away from taking this game. Luminosity need to go big. We look at the specialist count. Gunless so close to War Machine. Classic near the vision pulls. They need to hold on. Gunless has to use the War Machine, correct myself there, as he does gather that one with 30 seconds left. They can make this a very, very close game. Splyce are biding their time. Look at number 9 and 6. That's Temp and Jerd just flanking around.
Again, folks, we're playing for first place here in their pool. Both teams have guaranteed themselves a winner's bracket spot, but someone's going to get a better seed. Here we go, Temp. Hitting the corners, hitting the back. 2 kills to his name already, 21 and 18. Vision pulse out. Accuracy providing the intel. Now as they just gear up, Jerd somehow getting away with this one. Luminosity, though, keeping this respectable. 204 to 232. We have the control. Going the way of Splyce for the time being. Looney, watch your mid-map. Number 3 about to hit the flank. Classics trying to make his way forward. Can he find absolutely anything else? One good timing. He finds Aqua. He's got Temp now lined up. He finds Temp. Jerd's got to finish the kill. There's somebody there to help him out. Classics keeping the run alive. 2 kills back to back. But there it is. In all the excitement, Splyce managed to take map 1.
Yeah, and Classic doesn't even get to use his vision pulse. He gets 3 on the bounce there. And yes, making some kills, great. But again, I want to talk about that rotation finally, to that final hardpoint Splyce. Sometimes when you have to rotate with 20, 30 seconds left, you rotate almost too early, you give them too much time, they start to rotate at the same time, and you get kind of flustered a little bit. Splyce kind of contained that. They pushed towards the back. Jerd had it covered. But overall, Splyce take map number 1.
Map number 1 done and dusted. Splyce getting the win. Let's see what the desk thinks about that one.
Thank you very much, guys. We are going to swing right on into Bravo, where, again, EU versus Reciprocity going at it. EU really looking for a win, Pack.
This is do or die.
Must win for them, absolutely. And Reciprocity looking for back-to-back Game 5 wins. Like, you got to win this if you're United. You just have to.
They're loving Game 5, Rec. And in the last Game 5 I watched, they picked up streaks and they were dominating. So Rec, they were a good search and short team even with their last roster. So adding Dylan, you're only going to get a lot better at it. And right now they have a 3v2 situation, and they've been very good with their numbers thus far in this tournament.
Nameless, what happens to United's mindset, perhaps, if you've been in a similar situation, if they do end up losing this?
I don't remember the last time United didn't end up in winners out of pool play.
Yeah,
it hasn't happened in a very long time, and your mentality, it's crushed at this point. Like, if you don't make it into winners after the turmoil you went through, after grinding for so long and getting a top 3 in your pro league division, getting top 2 at the first event, and you feel like you've gotten worse, like at this point, if you're United, like you got to be hoping you had that improvement to where you can win a championship. So your mentality would definitely be crushed, but this map right here is do or die, in my opinion, for this United roster.
Oh, I thought he was going to get away.
Almost got away, though. Yeah, I mean, that's just numbers, right? Like, they get it down to a 1v1, but Clay has to plant that bomb, and he doesn't have time to work with. So right there, it was just fantastically played with their numbers out of Reciprocity.
We are going to swing over now to Charlie, where we do have Red Reserve going up against EG. EG 0-2 right now. Overall, Red 1-1.
Yeah,
EG was just down by 100 points in this map.
Yeah.
So this is a huge comeback on the way from EG right now. It was funny, I was talking to Zero in the back. He's laughing about it because Red Reserve just is like the opposite of United. They're always in losers after pools. I don't know what it is with those guys. He's like, this is the one. This is the time. We're getting to winners. I swear, Pack, we're going to winners. They need to close this out.
Yeah,
if they choke this map, it's like...
I mean, we saw the same kind of comeback with 100 Thieves against Red, but then Red ended up clutching it out anyway.
Yeah, it's just... When you're going against a team that's like at the bottom of your division, you can't choke those leads. Like, that gets into your head mentally.
Right.
So Attach calls in that lightning strike and doesn't pick up a kill, and EG were kind of staggered on that push. They don't all collapse at the same time, and Red was able to actually take their time, pick up those kills. EG forced them into that tin building and into that U area, as well as Office up top. And you think EG, since they were all pushing around that back area, since they forced them in, they'd pick a spot to simultaneously attack and try to get control, but they were a little bit staggered on that push. They don't get that initial first blood, and they aren't able to get into the hill, which ultimately leads to Red Reserve picking up that map win. And you got to think if your Evil Geniuses play a little bit quicker right there, but back into the United Reciprocity 3v5.
And this game, of course, EU and Rec is on Bravo. If you wanted to keep watching Evil Geniuses and Red, that was on Charlie's stream.
On the side of United, that 4th map that they had, was a tremendous performance out of them. They absolutely destroyed Reciprocity. So going into this game 5, they're supposed to have the momentum, the energy, especially having, you know, Clay Star on your team. It's just going to be able to bring all that momentum going into game 5. Like, it's do or die here. Simple as that.
All right, looks like we're ready to swing back over to Alpha, so we're going to hand it over to Miles and Momo.
Thank you very much, guys. Yes, we are about ready to get into the search and destroy of this series. Again, we're talking about the situation both these teams are in pools. They're both 2-0, so they're playing for first place, which is set up their seed as they go in a winner's bracket. And again, got to be a good feeling for Luminosity especially. A lot of question marks over them going into Black Ops 4. You know, performance in the league wasn't great. They finally managed to turn things around. They finally managed to get that good, practice under their belt and start getting the results they're looking for against the teams they'd expect it. Can they keep that run going now against Splyce, who are basically in the opposite position?
That is the question. The one thing I will say about LG, a couple of their victories and their losses in the Pro League were those Game 5s. They beat, obviously, Opti Gaming and EG, going 3-2. They lost against the likes of Genji and Reciprocity 3-2 as well. However, looks like we're going to have a quick restart for these guys. But before we get into it again, just to kind of reiterate, winner takes all almost here. This is, you know, for the spot, #1 spot in the pool. Of course, second will take that #2 spot.
While we deal with this quick technical issue, ladies and gentlemen, get that restart going. Let's jump us back over to Bravo. United still going up against Reciprocity, and again, tied up 1-1. Bomb goes down at B. And enough can be said about the nature of team changes and how beneficial it's clearly been for Rec, but at the same time, United showing the sort of fortitude and a test of character to not let anything get to them as they still try to keep the plays coming. Worstons finds us. He's cap up top. Last player left alive in a 1v3. That fell apart real quick, and like just like that. Bomb's gone down. Here comes the defuse from Worstons.
Yeah, and Reciprocity, they're looking strong here. Obviously 2-1 in the final game 5, but do they have enough? Obviously, make sure you got all the tabs open, all the streams open, including our open bracket. So many players obviously playing for the amateur side of things as well. Shout out to you guys. A separate prize pool for the first time here at the CWL, but on our main stage, Luminosity going head-to-head with Splyce.
And Search coming up next. As far as the league goes, Luminosity sitting at 5-6, Splyce 5-4. Again, a 56% win ratio for Splyce. That's interesting enough to me because we always think of Splyce as such a great search team, a team that really pick teams apart, but the stats speak for themselves. 7-6 on the hardpoint for Splyce as well. Again, that first game is typically a 1-1 for them. Here we go, boys and girls. Search and destroy. Looney's up with that snipe, hitting towards B. Might bump into Formal. Quick flesh wound there from Looney. He's back in straight away, but you can see the push already on a B. Luminosity have flooded the site. They're in. Looney gets it done with a pistol and a John. Can't get another trade though. Now it's a 2v3. Luminosity with the advantage. Now it's a 1v3. Splyce now turn that one around with 2 from Temp and 1 from Aqua, and blinking the round is finished.
Yeah, very quick round, and it started with the snipers. We saw a hit marker come through, unfortunate not to capitalize on that, and ironically, that hit marker, he quickly stim shot, got the pistol out, found himself a kill, and Splyce just took over that bomb site, swarming around it. You see Temp here getting up close and personal. Not a chance there. Splyce taking round #1. I think going into this, obviously, we saw the strengths of Splyce, not only at Vegas, but you know, in the Pro League itself. Yes, they had a little bit of a dip in form, but this is a team, when you think back to Vegas, that could have won it. You know, they had the chance potentially to win it. They ended up finishing 3rd. Obviously, LG finishing 4th. These are 2 top 4 teams going head-to-head, and talk about hit markers. Formal's going to be a little frustrated at this one, but #3 is going to finish him off. It's going to be Looney who goes down, but this round could be a quick one too.
3v2, Slack in the back. John finds 1, Slack can't get it done. Can John pick up the pieces on that last player? No, he can't. Now it's a 3v2. Luminosity having to back down. Now it all comes down to Gunners. No problem though. Gunners has been playing great all day long. Shots are on. He does have his cluster grenade to work with. 50 seconds left on the clock. Bomb's gone straight to A, and Gunless has gone straight to the next round.
Aqua's on 4-0 at that point as well. You know, you might want to take one down, but you run into all 3 of them, and Aqua gets that kill, sits 5-0, and potentially gets towards streaks. He's been playing so well so far. I know we're only 2 rounds in, but this is what I talk about on Splyce on the hardpoint as well. Just the unison that they find themselves in there. They're always pushing together and grouped up, and don't get me wrong, every pro team does this, but the little things make the biggest differences. Splyce seems to have it nailed on the side of pace. 2-0 in the search and destroy here.
Some definitely trade better than others. Luminosity down by 2, as you called it. No kills yet for Classic, but I'm saying early days. Looney snipes up, still going towards B, no one to be found. The push through mid, that's where the action is. Aqua knows it, and he's having to back down. One player just to his right in the window is going to help him. But Temp needs to be careful as well because the numbers are definitely Luminosity's favor. All the numbers are in their favor. Slack wasn't though. Oh, bomb goes down. Slack had it. As John manages to pick up the bomb in mid-map, and there's a quick trade out. Looney can't get it done with a pistol. 3v1 right now. Temp's last player left alive. 3 kills back to back. Can he find any more? Is he going to jump himself off? The element of surprise is the only thing he's got working for him right now, and this may just work out for him. Temp can't get it done.
Will find the first, and he found himself on a 4-kill streak. Picking up that second would have been a real game changer, but quick reaction from Luminosity. It was John who finalized the kill, and he actually got himself a bomb plant as well. And a much needed round for Luminosity. Again, these are 3 very, very quick rounds. You find yourself 3-0 down, and you're looking at each other thinking, hang on a second, what went wrong here? LG find themselves 2-1. Of course, losing the Hardpoint if you just joined us here.
We're going to go to the 4th round. Again, 4-1 for Temp, 4-1 for Aqua. So far, so good for Splyce. 3-2 for Formal and John. Going to fight towards the middle again. These shots are up. No one hitting that flank, but it's an early advantage to Splyce. They get 2 kills. Aqua watching the flank. The timing was just off. That player did jump in the window there. And the bomb is definitely been going down towards B now. In a 3v5 situation, Luminosity have to retake. They're going to have to do it together. They need to play their numbers as smart as they can. Can't be any trades. Aqua reads it perfectly. Perfect team shot. He knew the second player was coming. And this is a 2v5.
And look at him though, he gets the first kill, hides in the corner, and he knows whichever player it is behind him, it's going to be Temp, he's going to be right by him, shooting ahead of him, and he just, again, quick stim shot, he actually stays alive that whole round, and this is where you start to work towards streaks. This team just seems to have that chemistry, which is simply just a joy to watch at this point, and it's going to be this kill here. He doesn't hesitate. Quick stim shot when he goes down to 91 there. He actually finds himself the last kill as well, and he's rewarded with that. Great play once again from Splyce. It might be 3-1, but Splyce just seemed the better team right now.
It's a perfect round for them. You don't get perfect rounds without being a better team. No one can be that lucky in Black Ops 4. Straight into the 5th round. I mean, these rounds are fast. There's very little between these rounds. 6-1 for Aqua, 5-1. And it's a big A push. First time we've seen it so far in this Search and Destroy. Temp's in first. He gets the first kill. An immediate trade. Looney can't find any more out of this one, and the trades are going the way of LG. 4v2. 2v2.
And again, those are 2 1v1s that they just lose out, and it's not about being able to win those 1v1s, but when you're in a 4v2, you want to be sticking together. I will give credit, Luminosity, they won those initial trades. However, can they close out this 2v2? It was a 4v2. Splyce looking to continue the dominance 3-kill streak for Aqua. He's going to be the one behind accuracy, maybe working towards some streaks himself, but with 30 seconds left on the clock. First blood in this situation is going to be crucial here. Not going to be jumping for that defuse straight away, but they're actually hunting them down and looking for the 1v1. Aqua wins one. Aqua's going to be trading. That's how it should be done now, but 20 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time. It's Slack versus accuracy. Slack notices that he's not on the bomb, and now it's a bit of ring around the roses. Accuracy isn't going to find him at this distance, and most definitely isn't going to get the defuse. Perfectly played by Slack there.
Yep. Accuracy had 1 chance to get the kill. 1 chance. And he couldn't make it work, and now he's got a dip. Again, doesn't want that bomb to explode. Rewards ball points there to LG. LG get back into this. Not out of it yet. 2 crucial 1v1 wins in that 4v2 situation, managing to turn the round around. And now we find ourselves here.
Heading into the next round, of course, Splyce starting strong, but Luminosity looking to bounce back. Questionable pose there from Gunless on the backdrop, but never mind, moving swiftly on here. Luminosity looking to get their first map on the board. 3-2 here. Luminosity looking for a back-to-backs to tie things up with the 90 seconds left on the clock. We're seeing a fast, aggressive push down middle here on the defense, but Splyce are going to lose that first blood. However, bouncing back, Looney and Temp make it a 3v3.
It's an immediate trade. I mean, both teams are so proficient at getting this done. 3v3 straight off the back of that first engagement. Classic just getting taken clean out of the game again. 1-6 for him after that. Luminosity now have to rethink this. Bomb's gone down. The A site it is. And 2v3 situation, Formal knows he needs to back it up. He needs to wait for Gunless's help. There's no 2 ways about it. But an early pick here, an early kill on this player. If anyone manages to poke that window, that would be helpful. 30 seconds now on the clock.
location reveal for both now, and Splyce have played this perfectly. They're making them come towards them. Look at this bait and switch. This is Splyce, and this is what they do. Formality picks up the 1v1 on accuracy, but does it matter at this point? He's got to attack, he's got to go for this. And let me guess, another bait and switch. Yes, it is. Splyce come out on top, and it's a strategy that is working for them. Luminosity seem a little lost here. Splyce trying to shut them down, and don't get me wrong, LG, they've come up trump, with the goods here on a couple of rounds, on a couple of occasions, but Splyce just looking to shut things down. Speaking to Jerd, actually, when we first got to Fort Worth, I kind of said, how is it now teaming for the first time, like with, you know, 4 North American players? He just said, I love the work ethic. I love the organization. I feel very comfortable with the 4 players sat by my side, and he seems to be kind of flourishing in himself as well. One player you've got to keep your eye on, though, is Temp, 9-3. Aqua, 9-2 as well. Both War Machine and Tempest at the ready.
Accuracy takes an early one with the shoulder and backs that one up. As you can see, the split from Splyce is very even. Gunless is about to run into 2 players. Potentially there, he's seen Jerd. Alarm bells are ringing. He's got to back that one up. Temp manages to get a sneaky little pick there from top mid. That's great. Managed to get 1 kill there. Identifies the trophy. His War Machine's now good to go. He can let it rip if he really wants to. Giving themselves that 5th round win. Nades up over the top, giving his teammates the time in. That's going to buy them the real estate. The lane is now open. No one in a position now to make it happen. This is it from Temp. War Machine's out. He only manages to find one. He gets them both. That's it. It's a 4v1. And there's the final kill. What a round from Splyce. Textbook, man. That was like watching a tech demo.
And the reason that they won that, again, it wasn't about the War Machine, it wasn't about the cluster, it was about Temp getting that first blood, again in that position. He opened up a lane and it made it a 5v4. They jump on in, yes, they have the War Machine, yes, they have the numbers, but that's the reason why, is they can push on in knowing that it's a 5v4 or a 4v3 at that time, and again, LG suffer the consequences on that one.
You worried about it before. You said it on Bravo, you were saying you need a team to put LG to the test. You need to see them be tried, and they're certainly being tried and tested, and the results are overwhelmingly positive in Splyce's favor in the search so far. Accuracy on your screen. 2nd place at Champs in World War II. Good run with TK, multiple chips, multiple wins to his name. Hoping to get another one here in Fort Worth. 5-2, round 8.
5 boost has been used, it has to be. Luminosity is the only thing that they've got going for them right now, and the specialists they've been used as well for Splyce, so nothing really to counter this. Temp 12-4 though, 9-2 still. First blood could be big. Classic's Tac 5 has been taken away from him, but he's got Classic right by him. This could be good for LG as they slide on in. Gunless finds the first as well. Accuracy's going to go as well. Looney trades things out, but is he going to be enough? Aqua finds one. As it comes down to a 2v2, the bomb's been planted. And Splyce now in a position where potentially they can capitalize. Temp finds one from behind though, and now a 1v2. Splyce looking to close this one out. And Looney with the pistol. He's running around, he's having a great time.
Gunless, he knows he's there, the pistol gets it done. 2nd map goes the way of Splyce. Climbing towards the top spot there in the pool. 1 more map is going to get it done, but they are going up against LG. 8-1 since the start of Pro League. Arguably one of the most dominant teams then. Here in control. This is going to be an interesting one. Can Splyce get it done in 3?
Splyce will be looking to do so. Luminosity just got a 3-0 victory on Bravo. We know how strong they are on Control, but on the flip side of things, Splyce are just as dominant as well. Control is going to be an absolute bloodbath here on the main stage here at CWL Fort Worth. Guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with map number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. CWL Fort Worth, Splyce versus LG. Splyce up by 2. Can they get it done in 3, Momo? Can they get it done in 3?
Can they? Absolutely. Will they? We'll have to wait and see. Luminosity, they've been strong in the control. Gunless has been an absolute beast since the start of the Pro League on this mode in particular. However, Splyce, they're flying high on confidence right now, and their search and destroy was a little bit one-sided, to say the least. Yes, the hard point, it came down to around 50 points here, but Splyce taking the lead. Can they close it out on Arsenal as they started? We'll have to wait and see, Miles.
Gotta wait and see. Again, Luminosity 8-1 since Pro League here on control. It's a solid LAN record, if you ask me, but now they're going up against the mighty Splyce. Going up against Splyce, who've been very, very hot so far. Again, the winner of this series will top their pool as they go into winner's bracket. And again, both teams have made it into winner's bracket, so they can rest easy in that regard. But that top seed, that prime seed, is going to determine their opponent as soon as they get into that winner's round 1. Here we go. Arsenal controls up next. Is Classic going to be running that ABR? Tune in next time on the episode. So CWL. I'm joking. Here we go. Classic has not got his. Well, he does.
Yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
He's rolled straight into that one already with an early kill from Formal. Finds 2, so they're overextending. Classic's going to make his way through the back. He gets dropped. Formal holding down B on the outside. Jerd just throwing shoulders, just peeking. Damage has been done. Here comes Slack to clean up the kill. He's not going to get it done. Somehow Jerd kills that one, 27-27.
I tell you what, I was about to say that is not the start you want for Splyce. However, they somehow make something out of nothing. And now they're inside of A. They're getting shot in the back from Classic, though. That's coming from the window. Accuracy looking to deal with him. And 25 plays 26 here. And honestly, I don't really know how Splyce has done that when Luminosity started so strong. But Zone 8, it's got the first tick. They're looking for the second. John denies the double.
I mean, it helps when Aqua's going 4-0 to start matches off. They only just bring him down. The contest is through. John's still on point. John's still on point. Can he get Looney? He can't. Gunless is there to quickly clean that one up. And 1 tick has already fallen at A. They managed to hold the line for the time being. Aqua making his way forward. Nade's only going to slow him down. He knows no fear right now as he's making the way forward. Again, 1 tick at A. No presence towards B, so Slack's going to try and hit that flank as he makes his way just in the top event here. He's going to watch those players come by. But this is where the battle's going to take place. It's on A, and it's up. John finds 1. Classic finds another, and as does Formal. That's a solid hold already. Here comes Slack from that vent position. This is great work. 30 seconds, the clock's ticking. Splyce have been pushed back. LG are doing what we thought they'd do. They're going to take these rounds 1 round at a time.
Said it before, Luminosity, they were 6-1 in the Pro League on control, by far their most dominant game mode. 86% here. However, with 12 seconds left, Splyce need to go big. The life count might not even come into it. They need to go for it now, and they need to get in A. They need to pause that timer, and they will just do that. Formal, though, denying it, will deny another, and Formal all alone in A. Can they slide in? They will with 1.6 seconds left. And Slack still in the vent, still causing damage. They're surely going to push it. They're surely going to take this one. And Luminosity win it without losing a zone. That is how good they can be on control.
Set Formal up at the back of mid, give him an ICR, and all he has to do is just ping heads. He's just got to ping heads all round long. We've seen what the defensive hold looks like for LG now, and it's pretty strong. How will Splyce respond? How is Splyce going to respond against that push? And what we didn't see Splyce do a lot of, they didn't hit B much. They were focused on A, they figured they could just keep hitting A. You know, it's like when you play rock, paper, scissors, and you just keep going rock. Rock, rock, rock. But baby, LG had the paper out. And here we go. Into the second round. Splyce now on defense.
See how strong Luminosity can be on the offense. It looks like a complete stack towards A, and this is pretty much standard. But this time they've got them some things to play with. Things like clusters, like grapple guns, and Classic still has his ABR out. Gunless now rocking the ICR. Looney's in a lot of trouble up there as well. That's going to be 4 down, and A-zone is also looking like it's going to exchange hands. First tick coming in for Luminosity.
And Luminosity getting that first tick. 1 player, slight bit of pressure towards B. 2 players now, Splyce on the pinch. Gunless has been able to stay alive. Look at this timing. Perfect awareness. They knew the timing of those players coming through the door was exquisite. You know, no sweat whatsoever. A's done. Slack now on the outside of the map, trying to clean these players up. The slow and steady rotate towards B. Classic fully aware of these players on the flank. Can he get away with his life? That's pretty big. The numbers now, if they can collapse down to the B site, that'd be ideal, but still have to contend with Splyce now in their spawn.
Don't rule Splyce out of this one. Yes, they've lost the zone early on. Yes, there's 2 minutes on the clock. On the defensive side, we've seen how good they can be. Look at number 4. Look where Temp is. He's in the enemy spawn here, and he's forcing the spawn at the very top left of that minimap. However, however, it's not been too useful for his squad here. 19 to 24, looking for a player or two. He might get a free kill. However, a couple players now in the zone, trying to teeter over that first tick here. Grapple good use. Jernak will come in. Jernak will go down.
Slack finds 2. Temp still on the other side of the map while the point's being contested. He's doing his best to keep those players out, but he's just been taken care of. John's got him. And now it's an open lane. It's an open field. Slack gets taken down. Looney finds another. John's there still on point. The contestants finally come through. Not going to be able to get the second tick on a B as they flush the members of Luminosity out from Jerd's lovely 2-piece. Can Formal keep this front line forward? He does have Lightning Strike. Jerd just gets roasted. Formal still keeping this together. 18 to 11 for Luminosity.
Yeah, so far so good. This Lightning Strike really could kind of change the game, but the question is, does he need it? At 18 to 10 on the life count, I don't really think he does. As long as you're picking up the kills, that's all you need. Gunless and Slack off screen, find a double. Looney will answer back with 1, but still 60 seconds left on the clock. You just need to trade out these kills if you're Luminosity. 2 go down, 3 go downs for LG. If anything is to happen for Splyce, it has to be now. They need another wave of kills without dropping players.
5-man stack straight towards B. They just managed to split up now. They're looking for those players in mid, but Jerd's on it. Jerd's on it. As soon as that door pops, he's going to get melted. Can he find 1? He does. Brilliant work from Jerd. Temp's there to pick up the pieces. Another kill for Temp. He finds 2 before being taken out. 10 versus 4 now. 30 seconds remaining, and maybe 10 versus 4, but all they have to do is keep Luminosity out of the point. Splyce can still do this.
Splyce have to go huge. I mean, at this point, you've just got to push it. You know, with 5 players, play 5v4. If you trade it out, 2 to 2, what do you then? 3v2, it's not hard. 8 to 3, 7 to 3, 6 to 3 here. Still with the advantage, it's going to be Luminosity. Splyce find 3 back-to-back. It's going to be a 5v2 at this point with 12 seconds left. Timer will come into it, but you'd like to think here the push will go down. The question is, have they got the time? Looney in accuracy, they just need to keep them off the point. With 4 seconds, they're going to find the last kill, and with 1.8 seconds left on the clock, Luminosity clutch up. And we can all take a big, big deep breath after that one.
What the hell was that round?
That was strong plays from Splyce, and in the end, Luminosity again, yes, they clutch up, but when you go down, you are going to spawn very, very far out, right at the back, at Robotics, if you like. Splyce, they nearly looked out on that round.
A little bit stronger, a little bit smarter, a little bit faster. Can they find anything now as we go into the 3rd round? Possibly the final round of this control matchup. Looney, we saw him valiantly fighting tooth and nail. 60 lives, a minute 25, 2 points, and possibly a 3-0 if Splyce can do something crazy, but here we go. Straight on away again. Luminosity's defense has been watertight. Can we see something different now in the 3rd?
Gunless has been the shining star throughout the Pro League. He's currently at 10 and 11. It's John who's 15 and 10, and Slacked and Formal putting big numbers up, still with the Lightning Strike available as well. Kept trying to sniff out who's in the vent. It's going to be Slacked. He's actually going to back off. He's got the grab slam. Formal's got the Tempest. Gunless close to the War Machine, but look to the top left. Jerd, Aqua, and Temp, all with the specialists available.
Almost taking care of A. There are only a few players there from LG on the point, so now are they almost done? Jerd somehow still alive, somehow making these plays work. He's going straight for the point. Can he find Formal? He does. Jerd, 3 beatdowns back to back. Laser smackdown on LG, and now the cap on the point. Final few ticks remaining. Unreal stuff.
3 kills, he still had 19 bullets in the chamber as well. That shows exactly what he was doing. Smacking them all over the place, but A-Zone is gone. That's much better than the first round, which they didn't manage to get any. 21 for 21 on the life count here, but Aqua's going to get the better of Slacked as John does fall. This is much better here from Splyce. I wouldn't be surprised to see any type of specialist invested as well.
I mean, LG,
nice setup though for LG.
They could invest those specialists just to close this out, but 21-19. Formal trying to push that front line forward, allows teammates to push up towards B. But the flank from Splyce, it's on. One player hitting the back. Accuracy and Looney finding kills. There's Jerd on the flank, the far flank. He's going to force these players back a little bit, but the timing's just a little off. Can he get Gunners? He does. There's another player directly above him. No way he was going to find that one. Slack's got to get on the point quick. Here comes the play. Splyce on that point, getting the cap. First tick's almost done. Formal, great use of the Lightning Strike's going to be able to find at least one, but he gets them off there before the first tick is completed. Can they drain that very first portion of the capture marker?
This is where you're going to see the specialists come in. You're 2-0 down. Yes, you have the life count advantage, but that time is ticking. You know that they have specialists. You need to get around on the board. They probably don't want to invest this, but it may have to. Look at the hard flank, 3 players. That's going to be Accuracy, Temp, and Looney. However, Aqua's going to go down. Temp's going to have that stim shot available. 2-2 split, make it a 3-3, but the problem for Splyce right now, Luminosity is spawning, what, 50 feet away? Splyce is spawning the other side of the map. It is not good for Splyce here as Luminosity once again break. Gunless has that War Machine to play with, and Splyce are just forced to rush here.
War Machine up for Gunless. Somehow actually doesn't take any damage from that shot. That was incredible. Gunless not able to get much done with it, but still the pressure is mounting. 20 seconds now left. Can Jert come in and get something too with the slam? Is that enough? Straight on point. No. He just misses. He just misses the grapple, and with that now, 4 more finds 2. War Machine's up for Temp. The clock's ticking.
Life count may come into it. 12 seconds. They probably can just about reach that hard point, but a hard point, make it a zone. The time is ticking, they need to go, they need to make the kills, but Slacked, he's got the grab slam, he's just waiting, and here it is! Will find 2, that's all he needs, and Luminosity will pick it up here. We're going to go into a game 4 as LG once again prevail on Control. It is their game mode by a long shot. In the Pro League, they were 4 and 9 on Hardpoint. They were 5 and 6 on S&D, but Control is where they shine. 6-1, and now here, pushing this to a map 4.
That got me hot and bothered under the collar, but I'd love to hear what the desk thinks. Katie, take it away.
Thank you, Miles. We're going to swing right on into Delta now, where we do have Accelerate versus Midnight. Map number 1.
This is the controversial.
I don't know what to expect going into the series. These are basically new players on every team.
This is
4 amateur
couple
players.
Of old Midnight players playing against Midnight, against their teammate, Llama. Against the 4 people who didn't qualify.
It's like a reality TV show drama.
Yeah.
So, Study, when you say 4 amateur players, talking about the players at Midnight, Saints, Lace, Parasite, and Blast. It's crazy.
Those are the ones that you're calling amateurs.
Well, when's the last time Parasite was in the league?
I don't know, man. Last year.
So, yeah, he developed an amateur rep at that point, if you ask me.
I guess so. Right now, Accelerate looking pretty good. It's a pretty close game. These guys should be pretty familiar with how each other play at this point. Like, you should know they play against each other, so much, and these guys obviously all involved in roster mania pretty heavily. You got to think that there were some ideas and some thoughts across the board that these guys could have ended up on similar teams. And pretty crazy match night. You see these guys split apart.
I want to go back to that though. When do you stop calling pros? Like, Parasite was a world champion.
Yeah, he's a pro in my mind.
Yeah, he's a pro now. Yeah, he's in the pro league.
Well, it's to John's point though. Like, do you call them an amateur because they didn't make the league? I guess so. But if you've been a pro for like 3 years, you're a pro player, just not in a good spot at that very moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would look at Attach and be like, you're an AM.
You're just an unsigned free agent at that point.
Right. So we're pros still.
Yes. No.
I'm always gonna be a pro.
Yeah, regardless.
My hands hurt earlier when I was playing 1v1. So
I was having a conversation with Brack, and I was just asking like, what's going through your mind, switching from Midnight to Accelerate. Obviously having a positive record in the Pro League, going to 1-6 on Accelerate. He said they only had 4 days of practice. They should pull up the series, especially in their first series versus United. They were up 4-1. And it just went completely downhill for them. And I told them that your day would have probably been a lot different if you just pull out that series. So going into this 0-2, I'm just expecting a nice grudge match out of both these teams.
It's been pretty interesting seeing Skies running that ICR once again. He's been pretty good with it. Throughout the game, he's had to switch roles a few times with the acquisition of methods. And now he's back in the ICR role, picking up streaks, and he looks pretty good.
All right, this is on Delta. If you want to stick around and watch it, however, we're going to throw back over to Alpha now with Miles and Momo.
Thanks very much, guys. Now, of course, you can watch that matchup. That's what Days of Our Lives. But now we're back here at Luminosity versus Splyce. 2-1. We're going into another hard point. First hard point was pretty close. It was on 50-point-ish difference.
Yeah.
Both teams are looking very, very adept at it. Both of them have got great records in hard points so far in Fort Worth. Control was clearly a one-sided affair, but hey, man, back to the hard points. Splyce has still got the lead. This could be where they close the series out.
Yeah, the problem is there's only 1 control per series, Miles. That's the problem right now. I feel like if this pushes all the way to a game 5, I favor Splyce. Their search and destroy just seems so much stronger. However, Splyce will be looking to end it in 4 here. It's on Hacienda. It's going to be Hardpoint, and we're jumping on board with Accuracy and his ICR there, but Gunless is going to get the better of him to kick things off.
Straight in the Hacienda we go. Aqua finds one, Looney finds another. Jerd trying to do the best he can up top, gets mopped up, but now we have Splyce in control of the hard point. 40 seconds remaining on first. The gun battles for top are going to be crucial again. Those little windows, some little sort of ramparts there for players to drop down on, take care of these players in the hard point. Temp unable to control the top, so going to get dropped. And again, control of the top side of the map seems to be going the way of LG. Gunless doing huge work again. Already off to a nice start, 3-2, 0-2 for Formal. Final 20 seconds now as both teams jostle up for position in the next hard point.
Yeah, and that one kill from Formal is actually going to get Gunless a much better spawn here. And actually favor Luminosity, however, 35 seconds. Make it 45 are going in favor of Splyce. Of course, hardpoint, we saw obviously Splyce dominate towards the end, but pretty much it was back and forward throughout the map itself. Grapple going in, Jerd's going to cause confusion. Aqua's going to first to fall, but Formal does not care. He's got the position of the Lambo now, and we are going to see this contestation come in very soon. Jerd taking control, will finally fall. Accuracy trading things out. My goodness, back and forth it goes here. Check out the kill feed as Temp finds himself a double. He's actually on a 3-kill streak here, make it 4. Cluster at the ready. He's 250 away from that lining.
Yeah, this is a blistering start from Splyce. I mean, the first hard point, not a whole lot in it. Managed to get the most of the time towards the end of this one, but the first 30 seconds here of Lambo has been devastating thus far for Splyce. Looney watching the outs. Big tags on everyone who made it into the hard point there, and now Jerd still holding on. Now, Jerd was the difference maker in the first match. He was the player really going off there for Splyce, and the same can be said now as he's sitting at 5-3. Currently 2 kills back to back. 5-2, Looney 5-3 for Tim. Jerd trying to hit next. Can't get it done as he rotates around the right-hand side. Temp's also there to pick up the pieces. Now the play continues. Can Accuracy find anyone there as their next hard point floats over? Again, Splyce are late to the party, but they end up getting those entry kills and they end up taking control back.
Yeah, interesting from Splyce here, because you expect kind of this kind of slow rotation when you have a streak of some kind, but they don't, so they're going to have to break on in, but the pinch is going to come in. Aqua and Looney will be pushing the flank. You've got Tempest spawning up. However, big kills coming in from Formal and Luminosity. If they can just get a couple of kills here, this can give them, 30, 40 points here. And Jerd's going to get taken down as well. Accuracy finds one, but Luminosity coming out on top. That's going to be 4 down, and that 4 points are soon gathered up to 35 and counting.
Formal looking for his 4th kill in a row. 2 players stacking up, coming through. Almost makes light work of Jerd, but still John's holding down the front. Jerd finds 2, John finds 2. Quick contest, can Slack hold on the point. He does get Looney, also finds Jerd. Nice 2-piece for him again. Holding on the best they can. Luminosity are back in this with a fighting chance. 5 seconds left in this hard point. You can see the players moving towards the next Gunners. He's hoping for something special here, and they make their way towards Rock. The timing's on. Formal's behind him. They can potentially make something happen here, but John actually pushes in alone, so that's not going to count to anything. Gunners, straight in. Shots are up. Any more out of this one would help. But again, the hold from Splyce has been solid.
Yeah, Luminosity and Gunless staying alive here is crucial. They're actually going to break on through, and they held the whole of fences, and credit to them for that. 30 seconds still left on this one. Luminosity can pretty much tie this up, but the Trophy System's going to delete that cluster. Slack still alive and kicking. And Splyce, they're slowing things down. They're waiting for a group push. Now the contest comes in. The slide around, all 3 players flying in. Jerd, Aqua pick up the kills, and this is where it gets a little bit messy for Luminosity. That kill feed dominated in yellow there. Splyce take control, and with 15 seconds before that final rotation, we're going to go back to the middle. Gunless still wanting to challenge this. 10 seconds left. Not giving it up too easy.
Yeah, that was an insane retake from Splyce. I mean, absolutely disgusting stuff to power through, kill 3 players immediately, and then winning the, the individual fights just after that. As we go back now to the first hard point, we saw Splyce only picking up the second half of this time. Seems to be different now. No one in a position to contest this hard point. Again, those players of LG have to make their way into the top corridors already. Jerd in position to cut Slack off. That's the first. Looney's also up there with him. Aqua now trying to get these players out. 2 from LG have dropped bottom to contest. They're going to be cut down immediately. Formal's the only player left up top. That's going to be a clean up. There from Accuracy, 120 now and climbing. Luminosity 69 giggity, and that's going nowhere because Accuracy's picking up 2.
I tell you what, Splyce, they dominated on the first rotation at Fountain and the garage as well. Are they going to do it again? Right now, they're pretty much controlled this middle, the entirety. And Gunless might be finding a kill up top. The points are not coming in for Luminosity. 137 and counting here for Splyce, but are they able to break this rotation? Number 4, right at the back, that's going to be Aqua. Already in the hard point, or next hard point, I should say. He's slacked, but is he going to be able to hold on? He doesn't really have the teammates just yet. We see Formal coming in to back him up. John's going to find one, but he's taking down Classic in the meantime. And this could be actually a pinch coming in from Splyce, an unintentional one. That's the Tac 5 boost. This is going to favor them in this sense. Temp with the War Machine, and Jerd is going to go down. The only player to go down, and Temp still alive and kicking with the War Machine.
Gunners makes the perfect timing to make the push from behind, cut the War Machine up, but he hasn't got the point done yet. Temp's back now from Spawn. Looney's picking up 2 on point. And this is big from Splyce, 150 now. And this is like an iron grip, a tight hold here now on Lambo. There's 30 seconds remaining. Accuracy's picking up kills on the players by Rock. That's going to slow the pressure from the front. Formal though. Tempest is up. Wait a minute!
What?
What?
Not what you want to see if you're an LG fan. Slack just killed himself. And Formal fails with the Tempest. I don't think it was really his fault. He couldn't really do much more, but with 12 seconds left, look at that. And once again, Splyce have control of the garage.
Jerd. Next rotation. Stims up. He's juicing. 1 slam. That's all he's going to get. Gunners and Classic picking up the kills on the outside of the map. Hardpoint. The hands of LG for the time being. There's the contest. Gunners can't get it done. He's been slaying all day right now, but struggling somewhat. 15 and 13. Not quite the Gunners we saw earlier. Looney still holding that point. 40 seconds remaining. Aqua's Tempest is out. Saw Formal pull his out earlier. If these players are bottling up, if he makes this shot, it's going to start stinging. There's the sting. The shock therapy comes through from Aqua. Can he find anything?
Oh.
That's another one.
I tell you what, not the best of luck with the Tempest here. On either side, Splyce though still dominating, over 100-point lead. 20 seconds left to go here on fences. Slacked and Classic are going to break on in. Accuracy will contest for another 15 seconds, but is it going to be enough? One big 1v1 for the last 10 seconds. Jumping over fences like it's the Grand National at this point, and Slacked is going to go back and forward. My goodness.
What are we watching?
It's 2 jockeys going back to back, but it doesn't matter. There's 1 second over there. The key point is Luminosity hit that rotation over by the Rock. And they need it by all means. They are still 100 points down.
It ain't over yet. LG break 100. Contest now on point. John can't get it done. His accuracy cleans him up. That's going to be 4 straight kills there for Splyce. Here comes that 200-point mark. Broken. 40 points now remaining on this hard point. They cannot win it here, but they can get mighty close. 200 away from streaks. Accuracy's just backing up. Can he get a quick trade out of this one? Nah, he's just going to get gunned. That's big though. John straight and on point. Over 100 points down, they can make the comeback. We've seen crazier things, but can LG do it in the form they're in right now?
The craziest thing for me is the actual kills across the board. The one player going off is accuracy, what, 23 and 18, nothing that crazy. It is just simply the teamwork from Splyce, which is prevailing right now. Formal 21 and 17, but with 10 seconds left, we're going to go back to the middle. The problem being, this middle is usually, what people may say, a bit of a scrappy hill. One where you don't get a lot of time, but Splyce have dominated it back to back now. Will they do the same? They technically could end it here, probably won't. LG, we're going to have to battle from the back. Accuracy, I said he was going off, and he's now 29 and 18, maybe a little bit more special if he might have heard me and said, you know what? This is the time to shine. He's on a 6-kill streak, working towards that lightning strike and the Hellstorm. 225 away.
Here we go, we can get it done here. 225 away. Accuracy finally gets taken care of. 35 seconds remaining on the hard point, still possible. Gunless. War Machine at the ready, locked and loaded. Fellow War Machine player Temp, as Jerd saves his day. John's gonna get these final few moments. 25 seconds, uh-oh, accuracy's in. They can still win it here. The time's still good. The time's on this. Well, maybe not now. Miles' math is bad, but Formal finds a lovely 2. Classic keeps it going, but still the hard point remains in the hands of Splyce. Lovely work. Aqua with 2 War Machines out here on the top of Hacienda. A final 10 seconds remain. Temp's just gonna keep ringing these shots out. Lightning strike at the ready as we go to Lambo. A final 5 points. And here we go. What did he say? Free dubs, free cash. These guys are second place in the pool now, thanks to that.
Beautifully done by Splyce once again, closing things out on the hard point. Map 1 was around a 50-point split, but that was much more of a dominating fashion. The control, by all means, yes, Luminosity looked fantastic on. But Splyce come out on top on both hard points and the search and destroy. Splyce will top the pool. Luminosity will finish second. And Splyce look back to, their Vegas high, if you like. These guys look so strong. Yes, it's only Friday, but strong stuff so far from Splyce.
Yeah, great stuff to see from them again. third place. Vegas can't be that disappointed. Things were great. A couple of mistakes here and there. Could have seen himself in second. Either way, there's a chance now, a shot of redemption. First place in the polls is going to see them in a favorable position in that winner's bracket. We'll find out who they play soon. I mean, I have yet to get that information, but we'll find out soon, you know, what that winner's bracket is going to start to look like. Of course, LG also in that winner's bracket. The remaining 2 members of the pool, of course, going to losers. That's what happens. Either way, boys and girls, that's all it is from here on the caster's desk. Going to throw it to Jess with a PlayStation Instant Reaction.
Thank you, Miles. What a fantastic start to CWL Fort Worth. What is the main thing you guys were focusing on since the Pro League?
Since the Pro League, I mean, we got obviously to, I think we ended in a 3-loss streak, so we knew we had to step up, obviously, to be a top team. And we just worked on our comms and helping each other out more so one person doesn't underperform. It's just more of a team effort, and it showed here.
So looking at that first Hardpoint, you had a convincing lead. Luminosity almost came back. How did you shut that down and make sure to retain that lead?
Yeah, so Hardpoint in this game, usually when you go off to a lead, it's just you build your specialist first, you start investing it, and then since they're on the way back, they start using their specialist. So after they start using their specialist, you just have to shut down, like, it just turns into like a neutral game, you just have to close out after that.
All right, well, finally, like I said, you got such a strong start. What is the plan to make sure you can continue this all throughout the remaining 2 days of Fort Worth?
Just making sure that we don't get lazy. Teamwork, like I said, it always wins championships. It's always what helps you at least get to that point. So we have to make sure we don't slack on our teamwork like we did in the Pro League. Like obviously to the Pro League, we got it to a hot start, and then we started slacking on the teamwork, and that's when you start losing to anyone. So we just have to make sure our teamwork's on point.
All right, make sure teamwork and comms are there. Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction, and we'll be right back after this quick break.
your desk is back. Nameless, Pac-Man, Study. We just saw Splyce, 3-1 LG. Nameless, talk to me about the last map we saw between those two.
Yeah, so it was Middle Hill. Actually goes on sort of a streak there, gets like 4 kills in that top hallway, and then from then on out, it was the Splyce show. They dominated 4 hills in a row. Luminosity really couldn't get any points throughout 4 hills. I think they picked up 25 points. It's like just rotate, set up, and get those initial kills. We saw Looney talking about a little bit in the PlayStation Instant Reaction where he was saying, you get those specialists, all you gotta do is shut down the other team specialist one time, and you can spiral that out of control, and that's exactly what they did. And this side of Luminosity, you just gotta rotate, set up, and get a good hold to get
Yeah, it wasn't like any of them were like losing gunfights. They were all pretty much sitting even, stuff like that. They were just getting out-rotated.
Outplayed.
And outplayed simple. It was just like formally, we saw him that one time, he used the Tempest. He puts him down. He wasn't able to finish the kill. Accuracy just gets right back up and kills him. But that's a waste of a specialist right there. Just certain things that just didn't go in favor of LG's way, and that's the reason why Splyce was able to pull it out.
Yep, and they certainly did. Very happy to end the day the way Splyce is. But we're going to bring up now your pools. I want to talk about Pool B Study. We do right now on Bravo have 100 Thieves and Enigma 6. 100 Thieves needs like a 3-0, a 3-1 or something like that?
Well, yeah, they definitely needed 3-1. They lost the first map to E6. It was like 250 to 156, something like that. Pretty dominant fashion out of Enigma 6. But on the side of 100 Thieves, what is going on? What's going on from your first series? I know you lost to Red, okay. But this series right here versus Enigma 6, I'm expecting a lot more different results than what's actually happening.
Money Ching comes into the fold, and they become so good. They're